Welcome to BC Spirits, episode 15. This is Sean Sewell.
I'm going to work with that one because I've tried to do it 3 times and I can't do it. So, welcome to episode 15. We're going to do gin today. We're back at Olo.
We're still at Olo.
Well, no, because it's next week, so we're trying to make it look like we've transported. We're back at Olo with West Bourget. What's your title here?
Bar
guy?
Yes.
So bar guy here. Olo is downtown Chinatown in Victoria. Hardcore farm table restaurant. All the wines, you try and do all natural wines as well. I see that the menu's leaning to.
Yeah.
Lots of local spirits showcased. He looks after the cocktails, which are usually all local inspired.
All of our gins and vodkas are all from BC.
All your gins and vodkas from BC. So I've actually brought a few things in from my collection for Westy to taste. And me and Westy go back quite a whiles. You've worked with me. Worked at places that I ran, so on and so forth. Yeah. And so I brought in some stuff that he hasn't tried, which is always good because I think that when people get to actually try stuff for the first time, they can either be surprised or horrified. It can go either way. But one of your favorite gins on the bar, which I tasted, I think, a couple weeks ago, a month ago when I was in, is the guys at Woods. They're good friends and collaborators with the guys from Sons of Vancouver, so if you've watched any episodes, you know how much I love Sons of Vancouver. He loves Sons of Vancouver. So this is the Woods Gin. So it is vacuum distilled, which is interesting because I think it's the only vacuum distillation process in the province.
It's the only one I know of.
So what vacuum distillation does is it sucks the air out of it and everything boils at a much lower temperature, which means that flavors get extracted very differently because it's not an aggressive boil, it's a very low boil. So let's kick it off with the Woods Gin. These guys are notoriously known for the Woods Amaro. I think it's probably their most famous thing.
They also make limoncello.
Their limoncello is epic too, which I did in the lemon and orange episode.
So is Danny DeVito's limoncello.
Is vacuum distilled?
No, I'm just saying it's great.
Oh, you've tasted Danny DeVito's limoncello. Okay, we're getting off topic now. Danny DeVito's limoncello. I have seen it, I've never tasted it though. Oh. So we did vodkas last episode, which is... It can be painful to a degree, but it was actually a pretty good episode. But when you start doing gins, obviously there's freaking some distilleries are doing 2-3 gin SKUs these days. Yeah. So 75 distilleries, 2 to 3 gins per distillery. There's a lot of gin out there, so we're just we're scraping. So this will be gin part 1. First thing off the palate, piney juniper.
Yeah.
Like pine forest, hard pine forest.
Yep.
Then the citrus undertone.
A bit of bitterness from hops.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool though. I find the distillate itself is super elegant.
Mm-hmm. But it's like the definition of, well, there's Northwestern, New Western or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
I think this is a very BC spirit.
Absolutely.
It's all about that pine forest and a little salinity there. Maybe that's just because I'm thinking pine forest by the water. That's a good start. That's a nice palate cleanser for the start.
Mm-hmm.
So next up, one of my favourite little distilleries on the island that's just opened up in the last year or so. We've got the Stillhead Gin. If you're following BC Spirits, we just collaborated and did a project together. Stillhead's if you get a chance to go to Duncan, if you live in Victoria, you should really just go to Duncan because it's only a 40-minute drive. Their facility is just epic. Like, well thought out, well laid out, well designed, great tasting room.
Also, they have one of the closest casinos.
If you want to go and gamble, I don't gamble. You haven't tried this one before, have you?
That's cool. It's kind of fruity. It's more than I expected.
It's especially after this one, a little bit more subdued in that pine juniper.
Yep.
But much more of a classic London dry style.
Yep.
Like I wouldn't class it as a Western style, but although that fruitiness comes through, it does sort of lean towards that Western style. That's a tasty little gin. That one's a good one, Stillhead. They also do a really good barrel-aged gin. The next one, I'm not even sure if this is still available.
I've never seen it before.
Well, it was only done strictly for Vidges in Vancouver. So, Vidges Bollywater. It's done by the Okanagan Crushpad, which is a massive co-op distillery, winery, everything. They did this specifically for Vidges in Vancouver. It's got... Did I open this?
It's probably one of those.
Oh, it's one of those last ones.
Yeah. Everything from the Okanagan Crushpad comes in bottles like that.
I thoroughly enjoy their Spirit of the Vineyard.
The narrative.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had a few bottles of that.
This one, I feel, if I remember correctly, it's their base gin, narrative gin, but it has a little bit more Indian spice to it.
So it's grape based.
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah, it smells. It smells like grape.
It's grape straight away. But I think the last time I tasted this was big on the curry plant, the curry leaf.
Yeah.
Kick.
Yeah, you get that right after.
So the first two, they're grain based. This one is grape.
Ooh.
And on the palate. On that palate is all Indian spice.
Yeah, it's super savory.
Yeah. Negroni.
That's cool. There's like definitely a fennel aftertaste.
Yeah.
Which is really interesting because after Indian meals you eat little pieces of
the fennel seed.
Little fennel,
Yeah. That's a tasty gin.
That's really cool.
45% as well, which doesn't actually have a heat for a 45%, which is really cool.
No.
But that's definitely, I would say, an Indian inspired gin.
Yeah.
Completely.
Yeah, that's great.
As soon as you put it on your palate, it's just all that spice. Oh, they did a great job with that one. I'm not even sure if this is still available, but if you can find the Vidges Bollywater, get it at the thing, or go for it and ask for it at Vidges.
Was it ever sold in stores? Or is it
I don't
just
think so.
no?
I think it's just for Vidges.
Right.
So the next one's from Central City. Central City does Queensborough. We've got a couple of. Do we have a couple of? No, I don't have any whiskey from them today. Lower McKinnon whiskey, that sort of thing. They're really a massive company, but the Queensborough Dry Gin. So this is going to be more classic style. Got a double gold and a couple of competitions and that sort of thing. I think this is general list actually in BC, so you should be able to find it. What's it say on the back of the bottle? Queensborough is the first official capital of BC. Huh, interesting. I think they're going for much more of a traditional, like, London Dry, classic flavor profile on this one.
Yeah, it's like citrus and juniper right off the hop.
Yeah, big citrus and juniper. Lemon grapefruit.
Oh.
Ooh, what's the percentage on that sucker? That's 43.
It's super mild, like on the front of the palate.
But then you
It's
get
really interesting, and then it goes like citrus, botanicals, and then a bit of the burn at the back.
But then it's like candied lemon on in the mid palate.
Yeah.
43. I'm digging the fact that a lot of these distilleries are doing stuff over the 40% mark. Oh, I didn't not know the Woods was 47%. 43, 45, 43.
Gin should be at least 42.
I agree, but it's always hard with the taxation in BC.
Right.
Oh yeah, this is a much different gin than we've tasted. That candied lemon candies, is big on that mid palate. Use it in your white ladies. So next one. Whew.
I don't really go for white ladies anymore.
No, we're not getting. No, don't. No, you can't say that on video.
It's just, I prefer other cocktails.
Oh my god, I'm getting so many complaints about this episode. Okay, so next up, something very special. As you can see, I've only got like a smidgy bottle. So this is the Noteworthy Navy Strength, which I believe is the only Navy Strength that came out of BC so far. I have a feeling that no one has done this yet. Yeah. As you can see, we've done 47, 43, 45, 43 as well. But this is Noteworthy, so Noteworthy out of the Okanagan. Steve Lee does an amazing job out there. This is batch number 1. I believe I saw a picture the other day that they're doing batch number 2, which is really good news because I think a Navy Strength gin in BC is a necessary factor. Because Navy Strength just does not exist in BC. It's really hard to get any distilleries to do Navy Strength.
Speaking technically, what is the definition of
Navy Strength? I believe has to be over 52%.
Right.
I believe that's the thing because it's all about shipping and keep it like best yield and stuff like that. So 57% alcohol. I haven't tasted this one. I haven't actually tasted this one yet. I think I just left it on the shelf because I got a bottle of their barrel aged as well. Noteworthy is known for like super floral, like in your face floral components. I think I tasted this at the Chilliwack Festival. Oh, but this
smells jammy.
Yeah, it's not as floral on the nose as the usual Noteworthy. Yeah, jammy is definitely a good call for that one. Ooh-wee, that does not hold back, does it?
Nope.
But I feel like it's classic Noteworthy, but then a lot of the backbone flavors come through a lot stronger. Instead of it being that floral bomb that it usually is.
Yep.
A lot of the backbone sort of meets in the middle.
Yep.
And so you get that heavy, malty, jammy like what you get on the nose.
Yep.
But then you definitely get that classic Noteworthy gin flavor profile that comes through.
And I feel like we kind of looped back to where we started with the strong notes of like pine and juniper and that kind of Western style of gin, which is really cool. And that proof too, that would be an amazing cocktailing gin.
Yeah, I think it only comes in that size bottle.
Heck.
Yeah, I think it's only a $3.75, and I think it's about $50 a bottle.
Okay.
Yeah, but the theory is you use less, but you won't use less.
No.
You'll just fucking do that. So yeah, that one's a good finisher. I do appreciate that really super floral or Navy Strength Aviation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we need a BC Violet.
Tell all of your distiller friends.
Hold my drink. Okay, I'm doing a call out. I'm going to be dropping emails to everybody. We're making a BC Violet so we can do BC Aviations. We have a BC Maraschino.
Yeah.
Okanagan Spirits. We have
right
plenty
there.
of gin. We need a Violet. Do a BC Aviation. Yeah, hold my drink. That was a good tasting. So, everybody, let's wrap this up in a tight little bow. Woods is available. Come down to Olo in Chinatown and try that. Do you have that in a cocktail right now, or you just do gin and tonics and whatnot with it, or whatever people want?
I don't have any drink on the menu right now, but the menu is constantly changing. So
between this episode and next time you're in Victoria, there'll be like 15 new cocktails between then and now.
Probably.
Stillhead and Duncan, just go up and look at the facility. The facility is state of the art, amazing. Their rick house is awesome because their rick house is a wall, like the tasting room wall is just made up of barrels.
Cool.
It's very cool. And their big fruit brandy heads, if you haven't seen the fruit brandy episode, please go watch it. They're massive. They love their fruit brandies. Go into Vidges and ask in Vancouver and ask for the Bollywood. That's always the Bolly water. Queensborough is available in all the BC liquor stores, so go get a bottle. And then the Navy Strength batch number 2, I believe, is getting released this week. So take a look, get on their online store for Noteworthy, and get a bottle. But other than that, thanks, buddy.
It's been my pleasure.
2 out of 3 tastings. If you have noticed, we're wearing the same shirts per episode because we're just filming 3 episodes back to back. So Wes has been really good. I'm gonna have to give him a cookie after all this. 2 cookies, and to thank him very much. And get down to Olo and really experience their bar. It's awesome. But I'll see you next week, guys. Bye.